Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. Did you see my knife videos? I have a lot of knives. Well, those knives got to be sharpened too. And I'm not the best at always sharpening my knives. I should sharpen them more because I actually do use my knives a lot. But I did get asked to show how I sharpen my knives, and I felt that today's the day that I am going to do a video on how I sharpen my knives. Ooh, there's a hummingbird, and it flew right next to me, and you didn't get to see it. And it was just like hovering right here. That was really cool. I always miss the hummingbirds. Can never get the hummingbirds because by the time I pick up my camera, they've flown off. Okay, so we are sharpening knives today. I have water. Let me show you my stuff, what kind of knife I brought out for this too. Again, this is a requested video. This is my Mora knife. There you go. This is a little travel knife sharpening system. It's like a whetstone. It's a whetstone. I have actually a couple ways in which I sharpen my knives. This one, you could just use water. I have one, the majority of the ones that I use an oil stone, but it is a big pain. I'm coming back up here. There you go, so you can see me. It is a really big pain to bring your oil one up here because it gets everywhere and it's just a mess. And so the water ones are really good, especially if you're in the outdoors. But when I'm at home or if I'm in my kitchen or something and I have all my knives handy, I will use the oil stone. So, but I kind of prefer just the one that you can put water on. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, my knife is my most loved tool that I have. Most loved piece of gear. Most cherished item that I own. If I were to have only one item, that's the difference between a tarp and a knife. Probably a knife. Or a tarp. Knife. I don't know. I go back and forth. But it's very important. Okay, so let's do this. I am going to put you down here so you can see. And what I do is I wet it really, really good. Oh, it's on my foot now. It's okay, I got waterproof shoes on. It's all good. Okay. So there are multiple ways in which you could do this. Multiple ways. So I want to say that if you are going to make a comment saying that I am doing it wrong, that's okay, but there are multiple ways to sharpen a knife, and everyone I find does it in a different way. This is the way that I like it, but I can show you other ways that I have been taught. Even in my survival class, I've been taught a different way that I do it now. What you want to do, so the blade comes across here. It's a mosquito. Okay, so what I do is I gently do this. Now, if you notice, I'm going towards the whetstone. I'm going towards it. I've seen people go away from it, like that. I don't know if one's better than the other. To each their own. Again, you guys out there that are knife sharpening experts, this has worked for me on all of my knives. And then you count how many times you do it on one side, and then you flip it over. And I'm trying to do it so I usually put my finger on it so that way I have the steady amount of pressure on it. And then you do the same amount on the next side. Again, some people go towards the stone. Some people go away from the stone. I tend to go away from the stone most of the time, but I switch it up every now and then. I don't always sharpen my knife the exact same way every time. Okay, so that is one way to do it, and I didn't demonstrate that, but what you do on one side is exactly what you do on the other side. So that is really important, so that way you're not having an edge that kind of bends over a little bit. Another way that I was taught, and this was in my survival class, is that I come here and I do little circles. And I kind of go through, so right now the pressure is down here, and I'm kind of moving the pressure. And then I flip it, and I'm trying to make it so you can still see, but I do, again, little circles on the next side. Sorry, I got a lot of mosquitoes. I'm trying to get those. I almost got it. Almost got it. So then I do little circles this way. That's the way I was taught in my survival class. Again, little circles, and you work your way up. I have done this for like hours. It is kind of nice to have a little sharpening stone with you when you're backpacking, because sometimes when you're just sitting in your tent, you need something to do, and it's just kind of nice to be able to sharpen your knife. So how often do I sharpen my knives? Well, I use my knives a lot. I really do. I use them a lot. I would say that I sharpen them probably once to twice a month. But I am out here all the time, and I'm using them all the time. The knives that I have that are my custom knives, and if you haven't seen my knives video where I show all my knives, those I don't sharpen as much because they actually don't need to be sharpened as much. My Mora knife I do sharpen a lot, but I use a whole bunch of different knives all the time. So all the time I'm always wearing some different knife. So I'm not always using the same knife. But I would say that I'm usually sharpening about once to twice a month when I think about it, you know, and that's kind of what I do. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I know this is a very short video, but it was a requested video, and I wanted to make it for her so that she understood how I sharpen my knives. Thank you. And I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye.